Welcome to this edition of Contractors Conversation, where we will bridge the gap in your knowledge to government contracting so that you can build a sustainable and scalable contracting business. I am introducing the concept of three types of government contract. Yes, there are different types. And most people think of government contracting as there's only one type of contractor. And I am saying there's actually three types. So pull out your contractor's notebook, your favorite pen, grab your beverage. This is not a long episode, but it's packed with information. And then meet me back here at the end of the episode. Welcome. Hello, I'm Lucian Turner. Welcome to this training on the three types of government contract. Now, this training was born from the question or rather statement. One of my coaches actually me. She actually said, I don't consider myself a government contract, although she has worked on government contracts. And it made me think that she is a government contract. So I had to ask myself, how many people out there that who do not consider themselves the traditional government contract who actually fall in the category? So I crafted this tray to address this in their three types of contract. So I've broken it down. A broken contract is up into three types. Now, this is something I came. There are the novelty contractors, then we have the revenue generating contractors, and then we will round this up with the contracting business. So stay tuned and move to the next section, and then we'll work this down. The first contract that we're going to talk about is the novelty contract. So the novelty contract, I know that's a term we've never heard of. However, the novelty contract is a contractor tends to have a government contract here and there. They run across something that they find interesting, and they decide to submit to it. But they're not interested in doing anything to it. They tend to bid on any global contracts. And this is not enough for state contracts. But they tend to bid on state level contracts that are multi-level, or they see a need and they go in and pitch to their local councilman, or they pitch to their local legislation and accident upon a government contract. I call those novel contracts. And here's why. They're not really interested in doing heavy lifting of government contract. They really are consultants who found a niche, saw a need, stumbled across something, provided a service for however long that contract it lasts, or for however long a service lasted, but still it became a contract. That then became a contract, and we had to adhere to the rigidness of the contract. They didn't want to do that. So they did not get a repeat, or they did not win when it became a government contract, and they had to submit all of those lists. And they chose just not to go off with it. Those are novelty contractors. And I use the term novelty because, as I said, they do want to the contract. There are a contract this year for 50,000, 100,000, however much. They're on there for 1 or 2 years, and then 3 years from now, they'll pick up another contract. That's why I call them novelty contracts. And a novelty contract, they can be negative. And it is still need to know the rules and regulations surrounding the contract. Because when it harder comes to like your contract, you still must be able to defend those costs. You still must be able to show that you perform the work. How down the novelty contract is they're low in the radar. Their downline threshold tends to be low. Therefore, the likelihood of those contracts being picked for audit is very low. So that's what a novelty contractor is. We're talking about the manual contractor, and this is going to be the revenue contractor is the government contractor who the rating government contract is as a separate line of revenue in an already existing business. Hear me out, Walker. The making contractor just say, I have an established business. We're making 250, 500, whatever it is per year. We're friendly established. We're friendly insurance. But we want to sell our services to the government. So we're offering our services to the government as an additional line of revenue. Those businesses are actually setting up a business within a business. And I think they still are regulated. Revenue contractors often do not take into account that government autonomy is a little bit than general. Government billing is a little different than general billing. So depending on the type of government contracts that you're pursuing, depending upon the value for pursuing a high value contract that perform on the task level, then the billing has to be on task level general. That is different than what you would normally do. Your accounting system needs to be adjusted for that. So do you have an accounting system that can do task level bills in addition to the standard bills you're already doing? The revenue contractor also have to consider that within those contracts, they may have different substances. So your contract may be with one agency, but there are different circumstances at these firms. They may have different loads. You may have one overhead rate here, but this contract requires you to do this overhead rate. Can your system handle that? In government contract, there are such things as unallowable and unbillable costs. Not that you should claim these costs with the IRS. I don't know why people think, well, the IRS now be using. That's not what we're talking about. There are regulations that make costs unallowable that are perfectly claimable on your tax returns. That's not to say you can't claim those costs. They are just allowable per some federal regulation. That's why you need compliance officers such as myself. Some costs for vendor contracts can be unbillable per the term of the contract. You see, vendor contractors are say like a business within a business, and need to consider all of these things when it becomes to government contract. So that is a revenue contractor. And finally, we're talking about the contracting business. This is the business everyone thinks of when they talk about government contract. These are Lockheed Martin, so General Dynamics. They are the large employers. Their business basically solely exists to do government contract. Their base is 90% government contracts. So if the government went away, the business goes away. It's essential. Those businesses have special needs. Their entire system, their entire ecosystem is government-based. Therefore, their accounting system is government accounting. It's project-based accounting. It's project-based bill. It's project-based systems. Your audit is government accounting-based audit. Even though you're audited by various agencies, the IRS, the Department of Labor, you're audited by everybody. You're also subject to audit by various other government agencies because you touch government contracts. So these companies have a special need and a special niche. Therefore, should be taking wise acting at all, your business should have wise counsel. But the business that was especially established just to be the government contracted business has special needs. And those needs should be established from the beginning, a strong foundation, because it's hard to backfill without disrupting the flow of your business and the flow of servicing your client, which is the government. And you don't want to find yourself in a situation where you have to stop work on a contract simply because you are not compliant, because you didn't do the work paid for its place. So basically, a contracting business is a business which exists just to be the government contractor. Now you understand why I developed this concept in the first place. Each contractor are held to a standard and they are required to form and keep records. All of them are. However, their business requirements are different. And depending upon the level of service you're giving to the government and the level of commitment that you're making to be government contractor determines the type of systems that your business. Now, somebody's going to come to the end of this episode and say, I don't want to be a government contractor. However, I do want to do government contracting services. So what do I do? That is when you become a subcontractor or you offer work on contracting. You offer work to government contractors as a form of a 1099 consultant, which is highly possible. And that's where you offer professional services agreements. There's a plethora of ways that you can offer your services and not have the burden of being a government contracting company. So join July 8th through the 12th as I discuss this during the Contracting and Business Week. Invest in yourself and your business and go VIP for $97. We're going to the Ask the Q&A. And everybody in VIP will also have a special masterclass that Saturday to our masterclass. And I have a little more. Now, if you're catching this episode after this offer is over, just reach out to my team so that you can see what the next offer is. So I know you found value in this episode, and I hope that it clarified another area of government contracting for you. My name is Luciana Turner. I'm a government contracting specialist and a compliance officer of the LT&A company. It's time for another episode of Contractors Conversation. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Contractors Conversation. I hope you found value in this segment. Subscribe to the platform, share the content. If you want to book a session with us, scan the QR code or visit our site at ltna.as.me and we can work further with you. So tune in for our next episode of Contractors Conversation with your host, Luciana Turner.